What is going on, everybody? It's your favorite chef on the internet, Do It With Chef Boyar Retard, back at it again with another Cooking with Dan video. And today, we have something that might be a little special. And no, we're not cooking any Chinese food today. So, I'd pick Jackson up for the joke, but he's fat. Now, today we have something a little bit different than usual. I came up, shut up. I'm doing something, I'm doing a video. Don't you talk back to me. No. So today we're actually doing something a little bit different. See, one of my favorite things to do right now is go around on Instagram and just comment on people's stuff. And amongst my crusade of leaving funny comments, and I came across this very interesting steak video. Dare I say it might be the most cursed steak video I've ever seen. Let's watch this together. Okay, so the video comes from I guess a TikTok creator. His name is John Jacob. He seems like he's mostly like a sneakerhead kind of guy, does videos on sneakers and stuff like that. But there's this one video of him grilling a steak, which has got like 3.3 million views. And I'm calling it the most cursed steak because he actually is trying to promote it as good. Versus like, there's a bunch of cursed food content out there, people like microwaving steaks, but those are for taking the piss. He's genuinely promoting this as this is the steak that he eats, and this is how he does it. So let's watch.
This is how you take a cheap, rough and chewy steak and make it tender and taste like it's out of a restaurant. First step is to take a fork and just poke the steak a bunch of times. Front and back, okay. Fill it with holes.
Fill it with holes. Stop resisting! You gotta aerate your steak. You gotta put holes in it. You want that thing to look like the average citizen coming from Detroit.
Throw the steak in there with some crushed pineapple. Let it sit in the fridge for 6 hours.
Pineapple? Crushed pineapple? All right, let's see where he's going with this.
The enzymes in pineapple break down the protein chains in steak.
The enzymes in pineapple breaks down the protein. Okay, so like, he said some correct things here. Yes, pineapple will break down steak. Yes, the enzymes in pineapple are good to help break meat down. I would mostly use this for pork, but using it on a steak, I don't see the harm in here. However, he's using canned pineapple. All those precious enzymes that he's talking about have been destroyed by the canning process. You just didn't have to include that. It's like you went out of your way to be wrong. Yes, pineapple enzymes, no canned pineapple enzymes. If you're gonna do this, fresh pineapple.
Basically, the pineapple's gonna be eating your steak while it's in the fridge.
Charcoal grill, minus 10 points.
And I got some new charcoal. It's basically like chunks of wood.
Lots of lighter fluid. That steak is gonna taste very specific.
Chunks of wood. I've never seen anything like this before.
He's never seen chunks of wood as charcoal. That's red flag number 5. The steak probably tastes like the rope from Home Alone 2. Kevin McAllister soaks it in kerosene.
And rinse it. This is the only time it's acceptable to rinse your meat.
Rinse the steak? You're gonna wash the steak? What? A cow died for this. I'm definitely not for being vegan, but some cow died so this guy could make his pineapple kerosene steak.
Steak looks all broken down. It looks like it's already been eaten. It's gross looking right now.
It is gross looking because you made it that way. What's the point of marinating in pineapple if you're gonna fucking rinse it?
I go simple: salt, garlic powder, and lemon pepper. That's all you really need for this. This is my favorite way to make steak, so don't.
I believe you in the fact that you say that that is the best way that you make steaks. Man, the comments are awesome. This is legit the worst steak video I've ever seen. Why not just microwave it for 56 minutes on a high at this point? Pineapple lighter fluid charcoal steak. Boy howdy, where do I begin? I did what he did. I went out and bought 2 cheap ribeye steaks. Not sure this guy understands what cheap steaks are. He calls his meat cheap and then he pulls out 2 like premium looking ribeyes. Whatever, I just did the same thing. Black Angus ribeyes from Aldi. Payday hit, what can I say? You guys bought a lot of signs. So here's what I'm gonna do because of who I am. I'm gonna do one steak his way and I'm gonna do the other steak different. So let's get started. Wash my hands. I do notice that he didn't wash his hands in that video. Didn't see you washing your hands, Jake. Just your steak. All right, what was our first step? Slap it. It's in the video, I gotta do it, right? Give it a little slap. All right, what was our first step? Why is he yelling? All right, we gotta stab it. We gotta stab the steak. Time to stab. All right, that felt totally necessary. All right, load her up full of pineapple in the fridge for 6 hours. I'm only gonna do 2 of those steps. I'll wash my hands for like the 5th time. In goes the pineapple. Does not feel good at all to be doing this. Is 1 can enough? What's my meat to pineapple can ratio here?
Doesn't that look appetizing? Oh, pineapple meat bag.
Now we're totally gonna let this marinate for 6 hours. So while that marinates for 6 hours, we're gonna prepare another steak. If you see me standing weird, it's because I have a dog who's just laying underneath me right now. So this isn't like my favorite way to cook a steak, but this is a new way that I'm experimenting with, and you're along for the ride. So don't take this method as like, oh my God, this is the best steak I've ever had. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with a little bit of dry rub seasoning. This seasoning, it's a mixture of like garlic, pepper, salt, and some other things. I am gatekeeping this, you can fight me in the comments. Coverage over everything, you know, make sure that it's dry. Roll the fat, adding a little minced garlic that I'm gonna rub around it as well. Oh! Also, I want to shout out my Italian mother who got me this olive oil dispenser here. It's awesome. It throttles the oil perfectly, so you always get the right amount. Perfect for cooking. I use it all the time. Thank you, Mama. By the way, I'm a big don't marinate your steak guy. I'm cook it as it comes. Look at that. Gonna throw this one in the refrigerator, let it marinate for 6 hours, and then we'll pick up where we left off. Hey! It's your favorite internet gym bro back at it again with something that I think you're gonna like. Bucked Up pre-workout and energy drinks. That's right, the sponsor of today's video. Are you like me, tired all the time, depressed, short? Well, Bucked Up pre-workout and energy drinks can help with one of those things. That's right, if you're tired, look no further. Bucked Up Energy is perfect for you. Get the energy you need without having to drink 2 or 3 of them so you can take on your day. And they come in a variety of different flavors, like Breezy Blast, Sour Bucks, Cherry Candy, White Gummy Deer. All these amazing flavors to help you get the energy that you need and deserve. Don't believe me? This used to be a Mazda Miata. Then I poured a little bit of Bucked Up in the tank, and now it's a financially irresponsible decision. And if you use my coupon code, DOITWITHDAN, you can get 20% off of all of their products on their entire website. That's pretty bucked up. And it's available at select gas stations and GNC, which I'm still legally banned from. Don't just take my word for it. Look and be as cool as me. Give Bucked Up a shot. All right, I'm going inside to finish the rest of the video. It's hot out here. All right, it's been 6 hours. I've got the grill turned on. It's warming up nice right now. Let's pull our steaks out. Awesome. So looking forward to that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm reluctant about the next step. Our next step is to rinse the steak. It goes against every fiber of my being to do that. But I think for the sake of continuity, I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna rinse it very mildly, just enough to shake the pineapple off. This wasn't even funny. Do I wring it out to dry? Oh my God. This is fucking dumb. It does look how it looks in the video. Let's get us a close-up of that. Really appetizing looking, doesn't it? Boy howdy, it is the same color as my skin. Delicious. Let's listen to his seasoning instructions. Salt, garlic powder, and lemon pepper. I have a lemon and garlic seasoning, so I'm gonna use that with a little bit of salt.
Garlic powder and lemon pepper, that's all you really need for this.
Okay, he's barely added any seasoning to this. I'm definitely going too heavy for his standards here. Pineapple and serrated meat. He rubs it in. I assume he does it for both sides. All right, that's his steak right there, and our steak right there. Comment below which one you think looks more appetizing. I'm just gonna warn you, if you say this one, I'm gonna block you. Dogs, we're gonna go outside. All right, we're at the back porch by my grill with our 2 excellent choice cuts of meat. As you can see, I make terrible decisions from time to time. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Captain. Ooh, yeah. All right, and we'll close that. It smells like salt and pineapple. There's a lot of steak purists out there that want you to cook a steak exactly how they cook it because they think it's the best. And inherently, even if the steak is good, they're wrong. Have a steak however you want it. This guy obviously truly believes that this is the best way for him to cook a steak. Yup, you have that right. I also want people to know that this is all in good fun and jest. No disrespect intended, just a friendly jab video. I can't cook it on too high right now because I haven't cleaned my grill in a little bit. So if I do, it'll catch on fire. What's this? Hey, What's this? Is this something that you want? Is this something that you want? Go get it. Good fetch. Come on, bring it back. Harper, bring it back. Harper, bring it back. You doing great. You doing, yeah, that's my girl. Jax is an old dog, and Harper is not. Jackson is 12 and bullies him nonstop. No, 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 no. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No jumping on him. He's old. Go get that ball. I don't even want to accept the fact that there's another steak in there. All right, let's say we give him a good old flip. That's fucking gross looking. He's using a charcoal grill. I'm not. I'm a man. I have a propane grill. I grew up off of King of the Hill, all right? Taste the meat, not the heat. God dang it, Bobby. Wah. I'm a male. I'm a he. We use propane. I'm not mentally ill. I use propane and propane accessories. God dang it, Bobby. You and your little Asian girlfriend making babies on my bed. Oh, Peggy, I tell you what, you got a fat ass, Peggy. God dang it, Peggy. Let me see that fat ass, Peggy. No, ma'am. Whatever you see, no, ma'am. I don't have a kid, but I have a dog. Whew, it's hot. I tell you what, I'm sweating like a pedophile at recess. Jesus. Them's is actually starting to look pretty darn good. Even the mystery steak. Let's just see how they're looking. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, yes. Our mystery steak right here. It's actually not looking too bad. I don't want to fool myself. If anything is going to help him in his steak, it's going to be the fact that I actually chose some decent cut meats. We have our pineapple steak here, which is, actually it looks like it's cooked pretty good. Then we've got my version, and I think I might have let it get a little bit too cooked, but we'll find out. Let's see what we've done. We have officially fucked around and quite possibly found out. Hot pat. All right, I would say that they cooked pretty similarly here. We got my version, we got Jake's version. Let's find out. I think for the sake of being fair, we're gonna try Jake's first. It tastes like nothing. It just tastes kind of like salty meat. There's a hint of pineapple. Other than that, it tastes like unseasoned steak. Edible, absolutely edible, neat. 4 out of 10, not bad. And we got mine, probably gonna be a little bit biased. More cooked than I'd like it to be. But the flavor. Normally I'm more on like the medium rare to rare side of things. I was trying to take care of my dog at the same time. She's rowdy, she's a puppy, it happens. But it's still fucking good. Toughness wise, I will give Jake that stabbing your steak over and over again does make it a little bit softer, but not in the way that like a good cut of meat will melt in your mouth. Kind of like you're cutting into an already chewed piece of meat, and that's fucking gross. The flavor is very, very mild, and it probably does help that a ribeye is my favorite cut of meat out of everything, every steak. I mean, I will probably still eat the steak later. So yeah, tell me what you think. If you guys enjoy the cursed food, if you like it, I will do it again. I'll see you in the next one. Nuh-uh. No, ma'am. No. Actually, maybe. No. Stop resisting! I'm not yelling at you, Harper. I'm yelling at the steak, I promise. I'm not yelling at you either, Jax. Just yelling at steak. Because I'm a YouTuber, it's funny, haha. People on the internet are gonna think it's funny. It's gonna totally justify me making myself be a fucking loser. Oh, she's shitting. What a bad time to be doing that. That might have to wait till after I get done cooking.